Welcome, Husker fans, to Big Red Radio, the Husker Sports Talk. I am your host, Caleb Jenneret, and next to me is my co-host, Zach Jenneret. Before we start, let's get our socials out of the way. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, all up on the screen right now and in the link, or are linked in the description. And before we start, comment down below your score prediction for this upcoming Oklahoma game. You can be as unrealistic or realistic as possible. Just comment down below your score, and we can have some discussions down there. It was really fun. A few episodes ago, we had a lot of comments and had some discussion, and a lot of negative, a lot of positive. It was actually pretty fun to look at all those and answer all those. So it was pretty good. And before we start, I want to say once again, we will be at the game on Saturday. We will be at the tailgate. We will be in the student section. So look out for us. We'll be handing out some cool little cards that have our stuff on it, just for you guys, and interviewing you guys, interviewing OU fans. Maybe some of you are OU fans, who knows? Just super excited for this game and super excited to get to meet some of you guys that maybe have been watching and enjoying the content. So Zach, how are you doing?
You know what, Caleb? I got a crazy story to tell. So if any of you watched the Wednesday episode of the Georgia Southern review, I just want to apologize. Super sick. I was super sick. I had just woken up. Did not feel well at all, but still had to get on here and record for you guys. That sickness got 10 times worse yesterday into last night. Could barely move, could barely walk. And I'm just laying in bed. Put on the Mickey Joseph press conference. Fall asleep to it. Wake up, it's still on my phone. I get up. I felt like a whole new man. Felt fine, walking around, eating all the food, didn't feel sick at all. Still sound a little sick, but can't feel it. So I'm not saying Mickey Joseph is our Lord and Savior, but I am saying the man can create some dang miracles. I'm excited to see him do it on Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully we get some Mickey magic on Saturday, because as we preview this game, it's going to look like we're going to need it. But I am pumped. I am pumped up for this game. I haven't been pumped up for a game like this in a long time, which is weird because it seems like this is a game you should be least pumped up for, considering all the circumstances and what's happening, and what's happened with our old coach, and what's happening with all the rumors coming out, which is dumb to me. But we'll just get past that. I don't even want to mention that. I don't want to give them any airtime. But yeah, super pumped for this game. Super pumped to get out there and watch it live. Hopefully I'm not disappointed. Whatever the product is, I'm not going to be disappointed because I'm going to be surrounded by the best fans of the nation. So before we start on the actual preview, you got anything else?
No, just excited to get into this.
Good deal. So let's start off with some good notes. Why we should be excited about this game. I'll start on why we should be excited. The offenses look great. No matter who we're going against, I fully think that we can keep up with them offensively. I think we can score 25 points on anybody in the country. That's a little stretch. Georgia's pretty good. On anybody we play this year, we can score 25 points. I'm guaranteeing that, and I'm guaranteeing we have the talent to do that. Also, this is Casey Thompson's revenge game. The magic is here. Casey Thompson last year.
It's not just Casey Thompson's revenge game.
It's a lot. It's Mickey Joseph's revenge game too.
Oklahoma killed that man's career.
That's what I'm saying. So Casey Thompson last year actually also got hurt against Oklahoma. That ruined his – I don't want to say ruined. He had a great season last year. But you could start to see he was having a phenomenal year. Had 5 touchdowns against Oklahoma to try to win that game for him. Hurt his thumb. Kind of teetered off the rest of the year. Still led the Big 12 in touchdowns, so shout out to Casey. But yeah, as I said, it's Mickey magic, baby. Something's going to happen. This is going to be a close game. If you're looking at that spread and you think 11.5 points is too much to give Nebraska, I would agree. Hammer Nebraska on the spread this week because it's going to be a close game. It's a rivalry game, one of the biggest rivalries of all time, especially in college football, top 5 rivalry in college football of all time. So this is it. This is the game that's going to turn Nebraska football around from what we've had to go through in the past 7 years. Okay. This is the turning point. Why else should we be excited?
Well, I'll just say, like you said, Casey Thompson had the Texas team last year, right? I'm not going to say that Texas team last year wasn't talented because they were. I don't think offensively they're as talented as this team now. He was up 18 points at halftime on Oklahoma last year, and Oklahoma's not as good as they were last year. They put up 33 on Kent State. Last year they would have put up 75, right? So
yeah, and they put up 0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Just want to say, maybe not at halftime, but they were down 3-0 right before half.
I think Casey Thompson's going to come out firing. Trey Palmer and our man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Grant, right? The dude's averaging 6 yards a carry. 6 yards. In theory, he hasn't had a bad run.
No, there was a graphic. There was a graphic that came out today. It was like most impact players in college football. And I think number 1 was like Bryce Young. And they gave these ratings, like Madden ratings. And they were all 99. So they're pretty much all tied for first, but whatever. Bryce Young, Caleb Williams. In that top 10, I think sitting at number 6 was Anthony Grant. Up there with the best players in college football, Anthony Grant was number 6. So that just goes to show how good Anthony Grant has been this year, despite all the challenges Nebraska's had.
Here's another reason we should be excited. All right, sure. Last time, maybe the defense was like wet tissue paper. All right, I'll give it to you. It was terrible. It was like walking through a dang curtain. We're tackling in practice. We took away all the black shirts. All, none of them have been earned. Whatever. All bets are off. Go out there, play, earn your spot this game. I don't care who you are, what you've done. You got to earn your spot. And if you're not earning your spot, you're coming off the field. And I think that's what Mickey Joseph's going to do. And I'm excited for that. He also is going to make that defense play faster, more of an up-tempo defense. Really liking that. And then, like you said, the offense, just going to power away. I think we're going to get up early in the first half. Maybe OU comes back a little bit late, third quarter. Fourth quarter for this ball game is going to get won. It's going to be back and forth. It's going to be whoever wants it more here. And I think Mickey Magic, I think the players want to do it for Mickey worse than OU wants to do it for freaking Venables. Get that guy out of here. All right. Get that guy.
Actually, shout out to Brent Venables because he has been talking up Nebraska all week. He's been saying, like, he's telling his players how tough it is to come into Lincoln. And these players are good. These players are talented. This isn't something to just shy away from. This rivalry is legit. So shout out to Brent Venables, but I also want to see Brent Venables cry. So.
And screw you, Dave Portnoy. I don't know if you saw his.
I did see that.
He said, we're a dead body getting walked over. Screw you, Dave. I've never liked you. I still don't like you. You were at the Iowa game. Screw you, Dave.
And also, this just goes to show how credible Dave Portnoy is. He still thought Les Miles was the head coach at KU like 2 days ago. So who cares what who cares what Dave Portnoy thinks?
Get out of here, Dave.
Yeah, so all that good news. Why we are excited, but we got to be honest. There is some reasons to be scared. So here is why we should be scared. Oklahoma's defense with Brent Venables this year has been ridiculous. Their offense has struggled at times, but their defense has not at all. They have 24 tackles for loss and 9 sacks on the year, and they've only played 2 games. That's ridiculous. But to be fair, they have played some cupcake teams. Okay, they're not tested. They haven't come to in a situation like Lincoln and Memorial Stadium. So I don't expect 16 tackles for loss and 4 sacks in this game because I hope we're a little bit better than those teams they played. But also Oklahoma is the best team we've played all year, not even close. And we've lost 2 of our first 3 games. So I think that's a reason we should definitely be scared is we've lost 2/3 of our games this year, and this is our toughest game yet. So, and then finally, if you did not know, Nebraska is a little unorganized right now. We're a little bit of a mess. Mickey Joseph's doing his best, but we got to be honest. When you fire a coach and then have a game in less than 7 days following, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But I do think Nebraska's up for the challenge. But yeah, no, it's a little bit of a mess.
Yeah. Here's my reason we should be scared. The defense for Oklahoma is incredible. But the offense, honestly, they've struggled a little bit, but they're putting up the numbers. They're averaging like 260 yards passing a game, almost 200 yards rushing a game. I mean, this offense is legit. They're putting up like 35, 39 points a game right now on average. So definitely legit. And like I said before, our defense is, I mean, terrible. It's something I've never seen.
It has been terrible. It has been terrible.
Yes. And I hope that changes, but realistically, it can't be night and day. It'll change a little bit. It'll be a little bit, but it can't be night and day. And so the offense has got to be firing here. And it's got to be firing better than OU's offense against our defense, which is a hard test. It's a hard test, but crazy things happen. Appalachian State and Marshall beat top 10 teams. So why can't we, right? Why can't we?
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything else you got on why we should get scared?
Like you said, I mean, we just lost to Georgia Southern. So
yeah. No, I think that's really, we could have came up here, and that might be the only reason we should be scared is we just lost to Georgia Southern, and now we're playing a top 10 team in the country. But it's Nebraska football. You expect the unexpected. So who knows? Here are my X factors. Husker X factors going into this game. The pass rush. It's huge. Didn't show up last week at all. Ochon Mathis and Garrett Nelson need to show that they have the talent to be the best pass rush duo in the Big Ten. And Ochon Mathis said following the Frost firing that he thinks Nebraska doesn't have a losing culture, but that the players are not used to winning and they need to stop getting used to losing. I think some people took that the wrong way. Probably could have been said a little bit differently, but I think what he was trying to say was we just need to get on the right track, and once we win a few games, I think these players are gonna get on track and figure that out. Also, number 2 on X factors is tackling. I think we all know it. It's as Zach mentioned, hopefully tackling in practice helps, but the tackling's been atrocious. The angles have been bad. The tackling itself has been bad. It's just been a whole mess. And I hope it can get fixed a little bit this week because we're going to need it. These are the best athletes we faced all year. So tackling them is going to be huge in the open field, or they're just going to go touchdown to touchdown. And then finally, the run game. It's been huge for us all year. It needs to be huge for us in this game if we're going to control time of possession, and then we need to get these yards somehow and set up the passing game, because a good run game is perfect for a good pass game. So I think my X factors are the pass rush, tackling, and the run game. And if we can do all these good or great, we got a really good shot in this game. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what can happen.
Yeah. And as far as my X factors go, like you said, I think you have to rush the quarterback, but I think we got to be better in the secondary. I know we just added our second DB coach, which I guess every other team in the country has a DB coach except for us. Why is it taking this long? I don't know. But maybe that'll make it a little better. I'm glad Shenander's helping out with the safeties. And then who is it helping out with the corners?
Travis Fisher.
Yeah, so Travis Fisher helping out with the corner. You got 2 guys back there, right? Because safety and corner is really a different, especially in our defense, a different position.
Mm-hmm.
Because our strong safety a lot of times is honestly like a linebacker, right? Like you saw Nate Gary back when he played, he was like a linebacker more than an actual safety. Whereas our corners are more like, that pass protection only kind of thing. So I'm glad we have that. And then, tackling, it's got to be there. We're in the right position. Go back and watch the film. I've said over and over again, we're in the right position. The effort's there. you just miss the tackles. And I think that's key to tackling in practice because these guys, it's clear that they're hitting it just like they are in practice. They're in the right position and they're putting the effort there, but they're not getting the tackling. And you're never going to simulate in-game tackling, but you can get pretty close with practice tackling. And so that's a huge X factor for me. If that's not there, this game isn't going to be one. It's going to be 44-10 if the tackling there. They're just going to run all over us. And then finally, the run game, yes, but I think we need to also establish the play action here, right? If you can get Anthony Grant to run 4-5 hard runs, averaging 4 yards a carry, play action, Trey Palmer deep, we're every time, right? Every time. It's every freaking time. IGC out there as well. Hitting those short ones, those long ones. Really, really well. Vokalek, is Vokalek back yet?
He's probably going to be a game time decision.
Okay. Hopefully Vokalek is back because he was somebody that was a win or loss in that Northwestern game, really. I mean, towards the end of it. If Vokalek was there, I think we win that game. So he's huge for this game as well. And so developing the play action and a better pass game against OU, I would say, is my final X factor for this.
Yeah, for sure. I just can't wait, dude. I cannot wait for this game. I'm sure, as we're going to be there this weekend, I'm sure we're going to be the most popular media there. Urban and Joel Klatt can take a back seat for this one because Big Red Radio is going to make an appearance and all the students are just going to be swarming us. Yeah, probably not. But seriously, super pumped for this game. Super excited to meet you guys who have been supporting us for this long. Once again, leave a like. It helps the channel out a lot. And comment down below your score prediction. Super excited to see all those. Subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss an episode. Zach, you got anything else?
Yeah. Tonight, 8:40, come out. Fleming Field, I believe. Husker rugby team takes on Oklahoma Rugby Football Club at 8:40. I am a game time decision. I'm in the kind of Vokalek role right now for the game before that. I'm a game time decision for the B game. I may be, suiting up in Husker red for that prior. So come out and support those guys. Get a little screw you OU pregame to Saturday at 11. So
yeah,
come out.
Shout out the Nebraska rugby team. Shout out Zach for joining the Nebraska rugby team for the weekend. But thank you for tuning in. And lastly, go Big Red.